So we lived in Staten Island when I was like, born, and then up till I was about 5 years old. And then we moved to Corona because my grandparents on my father's side owned a candy store on 37th Avenue, about a block off the Junction Boulevard. And so we took over, and my grandfather had passed away, and my grandmother, she was alone. So my father and my mother moved. We lived in back of the store, and we ran the candy store. My mother hated it. My father continued to work he was a machinist, so he continued to work in the factory. Uh, but and then eventually, I guess my grandmother sold the store, and she had the store. Uh, they lived on 101st Street, just below 37th Avenue, and so she owned that house. And my aunt lived downstairs, where my grandmother had a room, and then my other uncle and aunt lived upstairs. Uh, and uh, and then we moved into my grandmother's other house where my other uncle and aunt lived. They lived downstairs, and we moved upstairs. And I was on 44th Avenue and 108th Street, and that's pretty much where I grew up until I guess it was around 1963 or 64. My parents bought a house in Staten Island and moved to Staten Island. It was right around just before the bridge opened. And my father worked in Brooklyn and Greenpoint, so it was, he used to commute in from there. And then I got drafted and went in the army, and then my life kind of changed after that. And Corona was a thing of the past.
Yeah, but you never lose Corona.
No, it was such a great town. It was a great place to grow up.